Hey guys, welcome to our new video. In this video, let us talk about if statement. So if statement is used to execute a certain block of code depending on the condition we are giving. If the condition is true, we are going to perform a certain block of code, and if the condition is false, we are going to perform another block of code. For example, if I take a real life scenario, so I take a condition: if traffic light is equals to red, then we are going to stop, else we can go. So here you can see this is the basic if condition, and that's how we can use in our program. So before delaying further, let us perform our first small program related to if. Here I take a variable as age equals to 18, and now I need to check a condition that if age is equals to 18, then I need to perform a certain block of code. I can use if statement. So all I need to do is if. Now I need to give my condition. So here age is equals to 18. Now here I'm using relational operator. That means I'm using double equals to check and compare age and the 18 number. And I need to use a colon after completing my condition and press enter. Now here you can see the indentation, the gap between our initial line, the initial margin and the current cursor. So this is the gap of 4 space by default in Python. That means whatever lines of code we are going to write will be inside this particular if statement, and this will be in a group. So here if the age is 18, I am going to print you are now adult. Now let us try to run this code. So all I have to do is write Python and then my file name. Don't forget to save the file, otherwise they will give errors or they will not work. So here you can see the symbol, it's not saved, and if I click on Ctrl+S, you can see that's gone. And let me run this one. You can see the condition is true. That means the comparison of age and 18 are equal, and that's why it's gone inside the statement, that is if statement, and executed a block of code. So now we can play with lot of things. We might play with a certain traffic light and check if the light is red, then we have to perform stop, else we can go. Let me take my variable as light. Let me give a string that is red, and here if light is red, then we have to stop. And now the counterpart is if light is not red, then we can go. So to write the counterpart, all you have to do is just use else, and it has to be on the same margin of if, and then press enter. Now the code that we are going to write here will be inside else condition. So all I have to do is print go. So what I am doing is I am checking a condition if light is equals to red. That means if the condition is true, I am going to stop, and if the condition is false, then this particular command will be skipped. That means I am going inside the else condition. And if I save the file and try to execute this, you can see I have a result of stop. Let me take more examples so it will be better for you. Let me take an example with number system. So we have to take a variable and check that if the value is positive or negative. So all we have to do is take a if condition, check if the value is positive, and then check if the value is negative. So if x is greater than 0, then we can print positive. I can also take another condition that if x is less than 0, then we can print negative. So let me run this. Let me save and try to run this. You can say it's positive. But instead of taking this, I can use else. So if x is greater than 0, then I'm going to print positive, else I'm going to print negative. So if I run this one, it's positive. But what if I give an input of 0? Let me test this out and run this one. You can see I'm getting a negative. So I have to fix this one. So if x is greater than and equal to 0, then it is positive. So I hope now you understand if statement and its syntax. Now after completing the if and else statement, I am going to write anything here will not be included in the block of if and else. So if I write here as done. Now this print statement of done has nothing to do with if, else and the condition that we are providing. And if I try to run this, you will see that I am going to print done every time. If I write 100 here, if I write 1000 here, if I write anything, it will not change the print statement of done because it doesn't give a damn about our if statement. So that means the block inside the code, that is the indentation, is really important. In other languages we use curly braces, but in Python we use the colon symbol after completing a condition, and then we use the indentation to show this particular block of code is under this if condition, and here this particular block of code is under else statement. In the next lecture we will be also mixing some logical operators, and we will be using if else and nested if else. I hope you understand if statement and its syntax. See you in the next lecture.